stupid
Subarus.
All right, this is going to be a video. This is a 2013 Outback. It's going to be pretty similar to up to at least 2019 and probably even 2024 and beyond, so long as you have the FB25 motor. If you don't know how to find that info, you can look right down here, and if you see that, it says FB25 with terrible lighting right there. So if you have that, this should help you. You're going to need every 10 mil.
A pass through.
You're short, a flex, a pass. Other than that, chisels, some basic hand tools. That's really all we used. We used a jack just to get us some room here. It is both on the ground and on jack stands right now. And other than that, let's get started, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, take the battery out, a couple 10 mil bolts. There should be a bracket there technically.
Yeah, it's in the trunk.
Yeah. Start taking the airbox out. This is all pretty straightforward.
Here.
An extra step we're having to do, we've got a little relay added to the fuse box, and it's held in with a zip tie. We're just going to cut the zip tie out so we can get the relay out of the way.
Yeah, because there's a...
That's probably for the fog lights.
Yeah, here, but
This big fog light bar. Recently touched up. You know, if you're standing right here, it looks good. But
Yeah,
like if you're standing right here,
you can definitely tell.
So, this is your valve cover right here. Normally, they'd be like right here. But it's a Subaru, so the top end is the side end. Because, you know what?
The world is flat.
The world is flat.
You're going to do that.
That feels right. And then this little top cover right here, we're going to take off with some 10 mils down here. These guys, this, and that. And then we'll just take that little shield out.
I gotta get a deep well.
You gotta get a deep well, it's too short.
Oh, boy.
Won't fit that time. Yeah, with a 10 mil, with a half inch on a 10 mil, it should, you could really theoretically break that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why
Like pretty easily.
That's why I wasn't really working on it.
Yeah. The, I forget what, but, I normally try to do 3/8 or even quarter inch stuff, but for this, I mean, that auto ratchet makes like 20 pound-feet.
Yeah. Barely is in there, so it can pull it out, then you're good.
There's your little heat shield out. And again, this is our valve cover. There's, I think, 8 bolts on here. 6 or 8.
8.
Just keep recording. Get extra light. My job today is to be cameraman, apparently. Normally it's cameraman Tony.
Yeah.
Cameraman. Which, I started calling you that because you had a lot of cameras.
And you're catching up?
Yeah.
Alright, we gotta go to it. Actually,
I mean, all I ever had was my phone. So this might not apply directly to you. This car is lifted, and it does have an aftermarket skid plate that we already took off. But if you see, we're just reaching down there and getting the bottom 10 mils. There's 8 total on this. There's 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, and 1 on each side. And boop.
that's... Yeah, that's the right direction, right?
Yeah. You just at a weird angle.
Well, it's tight, though.
Oh.
Yeah, it's what I'm... There it goes. It's actually pretty tight.
Ain't no 5 pound-feet. What is it? 4.5, 5.5?
4.6, something stupid like that.
Yeah.
That was actually a lot more than that, though.
Do. That bar in the way or helping?
Nah, it's helping. I can see. It's just
Getting that clippy. I got this, if that's helpful. Little pickies.
yeah. that slid right in front pretty easily.
I'm trying to get a good shot over there.
Yeah, it's... Yeah.
You could just unbolt the coil, and then if there's some flex, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and then once you can kind of shimmy it around.
Here, let's just go ahead and grab this coil pack.
So that's the coil pack that sits on the spark plug because these don't have distributors. And this is a great example of why the pass-through is great. Because look how tight that clearance right there is. So, once you pull the engine in and you lay down on the ground, let it set for a while because valve covers are going to be hot. You're going to be right on the block. Well, you're going to be right on the long block.
Yeah.
Yeah, once I got it in and it wasn't coming, I'm like, there's something.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It felt like there was something in there. Oh, heck yeah. Imagine that.
All right, so we're using a chisel and just prying him out.
I'm too loose down here.
Yeah, you're out. So
Yeah.
let me see if I can just get the rest of the way. Yep.
There you go.
Will it fit?
Yep.
Okay, so just so you know, the factory manual does recommend turning the lobes, or turning the cams there. So,
Well, you can see they're out. But I don't know if it's for this side. I think it was only for that side over there.
yeah. So the factory manual, I'll put it up, shows how to do that. I'll put the info up from that, and then leave it for a few seconds, and then I'm going to put the info up
Here's your...
for your visual. Put a 22 millimeter socket on the crank and turn it until the cams are out of the way. They have some procedure. Oh, and then down there are your spark plug sockets in the center there. You're looking right at them, and then the gasket. There is flex gasket. Bloop. Brown.
Yeah.
All right, with the valve cover off, that's what it looks like on the inside. This is just a one-piece pre-made gasket. That feels, honestly, still flexible enough.
You ordered two? Yeah. Anyways, he's drinking. So, new seal, old seal. You can see this one flexes some. This one, I feel like I could break.
Try to break it.
Ooh, no.
Ooh, cracked. Still, there should be a little bit. After 1,000 heat cycles, it's just
yeah,
dried
you
up.
can see it's malformed now, though.
Yeah. Something else we just found out: the Velpro,
GoPro.
the Velpro kit.
Velpro.
This is the one Rock Auto recommends. Velpro is usually pretty good, but they have 8 spark plug tubes, which are these little rings that go around the spark plug. And they're different. And my guess is there's a revision at some point on 2.5s, and instead of making a different one, they just give you a universal kit. And these look like the ones to use. These fit this valve cover much better.
Yes.
Here's our valve cover 1 going on, and these are left and right side specific. They're mirror images of each other, so they should really only go on one way.
Yeah, so line these up, and you can see this side has the
little tab there.
Yeah.
And then we'll just push it in.
Yep.
So, it's a good idea. It's not required. But we're going to use a 14 mil. Ooh, look at that oil. We're going to use a 14 mil to get that spark plug out of there.
God.
Yeah, this was spotless when I put it in just now. This has a little grippy. If you don't have this socket, it's okay. You can just use a magnet on a stick, and once you have it loose, you can get it out of there. But it's recommended to do these while the valve covers are off, and I'll show you why. Is look how much extra room we got to work. Boop, boop. You want to trade me? there enough room? Yay.
Just.
Look how oily that is, though. Well, I think it's just...
The threads look good.
Thread it back in, and we will torque it to this many pound-feet. And that's 1 down, 3 to go.
Working that well.
Really? Yeah. So this one, we're not going to be able to use that same setup. I'm going to use an extension here.
Yeah, all I see is hand.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I got it.
So we couldn't use the same setup. I'm going to use a swivel here. It's already attached on the socket, but that should give us enough room to get that out of there.
Oh, it looks so much better. I cleaned the lens off.
And a dab of anti-seize.
That gets everywhere.
Everywhere. Socket spark plug. And make sure to make this face.
Yep. Get your tongue at the right angle.
Mm-hmm. When you're doing this.
Man, it goes in. It went in a hell of a lot smoother than it coming out.
Tony's doing a smart thing here, and he's using a glove. Something that I always have around and never put on.
Well, typically I never use them, but I figured if I'm schmooing this with my finger...
Yeah, I don't blame you because...
It takes so much to get it off.
Mm-hmm. And normally with a glove on, I can't feel as well with my hand. Like that one that I took off with just my middle and pointer finger, like at the tips, I would never be able to do that with a glove.
Yeah.
So we'll put up a picture of where Subaru recommends to put this, but the short version is...
In the loops.
In the loops.
That fell or not.
And as you can see the gasket stayed right in, thankfully.
Yeah. Now I'll go ahead and show the proper procedure and how Subaru wants you to do it. It's basically just a star pattern, like how you would tighten a wheel. Yeah, that one I had to flex a lot.
Oops.
We might be adding extra work for us. We might be saving our extra work for us, but we are going to go ahead and hook it back up and start it and let it run for a second and make sure we don't have any leaks before we move on to the other side.
Fiddle fuck.
So everything looks good on that side. We moved over to this side and I forgot we had unplugged the MAF. So you don't have to... Oh yeah, you will have to do that.
Yeah,
what am I thinking?
That's why I unplugged it.
Yeah. Take this out.
Take
There's
this off.
clippies.
Yeah, there's
that,
2 clips.
like that. Yours probably isn't green.
No, but there's 2 clips right there and right there.
And then we want to remove this whole airbox assembly.
It's a 10 down there.
Yeah, way down there. And then the clips here. Oh, you already did all this. MAF, airbox. I think there's another one up here. Yeah. We have the 10 wrench.
I meant the 10 socket.
And then that should be the whole airbox coming out. This is just flathead. That's vac. Oh, that's a power steering hose.
Yep. And don't want to torque it because that's plastic.
Ooh, that's not fun.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't have. Oh, we're caught on something down there.
The MAF
Is clipped in.
clipped in.
There we go. By the way, MAF sensor, clean it.
Yes.
When you do your airbox, it's exposed. But this is a K&N. Well, you know, you still have to service it.
Needs blowed out.
Yeah. Do you have the oil?
Oil?
Don't K&Ns need oil?
I've never used a K&N.
Yeah, I don't like them.
I like the line delete.
Oh, yeah. That is.
Yeah, because
It even has a drain.
there was a line that
There's
ran
an
in here.
airbox. Yeah.
Oh, and it's even...
Yeah.
Christ.
So you probably have a slightly different setup, but you probably have an airbox there, where I've got a foot.
Well, I've got a foot. Did you have an air compressor?
Yeah.
So I'll blow that out before putting it back in.
And then this one up here that I just blocked you off. And I think that's the whole airbox. We just had this off is what's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it wasn't for...
Oh wait, there's one clippy way over there on the intake manifold.
Right here. Yeah, if it wasn't for me needing a vehicle and not thinking about all this extra bullshit, no, fuck you. We'd have probably just done it then.
Nah, it's out.
And then there's this guy.
There's one hose over here. You can probably just pinch it by hand.
Yeah.
Because those clamps, they're just ventilation. And there we go. With the airbox all out, we start the same process. It's going to be pretty similar.
Yeah, pretty much.
In fact, it'd be a little bit easier. I feel like there's more room on this side. Maybe not, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's not much more room because these pump lines are in the way, and they're really not flexible.
That's one of those free Harbor Freight giveaway magnet trays. It's actually pretty nice.
They're handy.
Yeah. Just the way you just threw it in and like, pling. Oh.
Anything that just...
Clicks off.
Yep.
And that one's bad too. So, once you get the airbox off, this is going to go pretty much the same as the other one did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was time. And if there's anything different, we will let you know. Ooh, look at that.
Is it draining?
Yeah, it's actually actively draining. If there's anything different on this side, we'll let you know. So, we got the cover off, same process. We're tightening the spark plug up. This one actually has enough room with the valve cover off, at least, to come on out of there. We're not needing any special extension just yet, or flex head or anything like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, these have been abnormally tight as
Yes,
well.
they have been. Oh, come on, get in the hole. You know you're going to be there.
But it is tight, but you can do it. I know you guys can. Just because you can only get fingers on it. What about the longer one?
The one right under your arm?
Yeah. Longer and flexy. All right. Hope this video helped you. Thanks for watching.